that's right. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Shower-a-Lot. It's Janice. Today is let's see, I started going live on last Sunday. So this Sunday made 8 days. And today is 9 days, and I missed 1 day. So I believe this is my 8th live. Yeah, so that's good. I'm getting there. So thank you to all you guys who have been joining me. Today I wasn't sure what to paint, so I went on online for inspiration. I went to YouTube, and hi Chris. I went to YouTube and I put on Debbie's Design Diary. Look at some of her videos to see if I could get some inspiration, and I did. So I posted the video on my Shower-a-Lot Facebook page today. I don't know if you got a chance to watch it. If you did, let me know if you got a chance to see it, or maybe you've seen it before. Kathy, hi Kathy Tessier, my cousin in California. Well, I don't know. You're not in California. I don't know where you are now. But thanks for joining. So I posted the video that Debbie did, and hers was beautiful, of course, but it did inspire me. Did give me an idea of what to paint tonight. These are 2 end tables that I have. South Carolina. Okay, you love that sunshiny states, huh? My brother, Peter and the girls are in North Carolina. But I'm glad you're here. So this is the it's not a nightstand, it's an end table. They're old, they're vintage end tables. And they're really pretty. I don't know what they're made out of. They've got a dark finish on them. They've got keys, and a cute little key thing, and they open up, and there's a glass shelf. I took the glass shelf out. So today we're going to be changing. I have 2 of them, so I'm going to do both of them tonight. We're going to paint them with, we're going to use, this is what Debbie used on the Inspiration Bureau, Apothecary, which you all know I love Apothecary. And this is called Farm Fresh, and Farm Fresh is this color. Oh, it's so nice. It's that color. So when you see the 2 of them together, they definitely are meant to go together. So that's Apothecary. That's Apothecary, and that's Farm Fresh. So these are the 2 colors that I'm going to be painting these nightstands. They're not nightstands. I wish I would stop saying that. They are just end tables. So I did not have to, only thing I did to these nightstands was I washed them with Dawn. So I'm going to put this back so maybe you can see both. My battery power is, believe it or not, is at 8%, but I do have it charging. So the first color I'm going to put on is Apothecary. And like I said, I did not have to prep. Well, that's kind of good that happened, because now I won't paint over it. I kind of hope that happens to the other one. So, the only thing I did was I cleaned them with Dawn. I put some Dawn and some water in a bowl, and I cleaned them with a paper towel. There's all different ways that you can clean furniture, but Dawn works good. So I'm just going to slap on this Apothecary. all over the place. Now these pieces have the sides are mirrors. Not mirrors. They're glass. So, but the back is solid. So I'm definitely going to be painting the back of this as well as the front, because end tables or side tables or whatever, you never know if the back is going to be seen. A lot of times, you know, they could be pulled out like on the side of a couch, and if there's any chance that the back is going to be shown, then you want to paint it. So, and I also did not, this color looks great on this. I love this color. And you can see it's covering really well, even though that this is a high varnished piece of vintage furniture. And this clay paint is going right on, no issues whatsoever, which is wonderful. Oh, can you see? Yeah. Oh, Randy's on now too. Hi, Randy. This color, you know, when I first thought about painting these today, I wanted to paint them white and do like a classic white chippy finish. And for some reason, it wasn't sitting well with me to just do white. So I think that's why going over to Debbie's channel today really validated my feelings, and that I did not want to do it white. I'm never happy when I do something white. One of these days I will be happy, but I like color. And I mean, these look good. You could stop with just this color. And we're not going to only be painting. We are also going to be putting on some IOD transfers, because you can put IOD transfers on glass. So I know Debbie's piece, she didn't have any glass on hers, but IOD transfers and glass go together. Lots of people do windows. You can get some windows, some old windows, and you can put some IOD transfers on old windows. That's a really cool effect, a really cool decor item. So that's just the one quick coat. This will, well, I'm not going to say what I was just going to, well, I was going to say it needs 2 coats, but I forgot. I'm adding Farm Fresh, so that will be like the 2nd coat. So I'm just going to get this as heavy as I can. These brushes are on my website. These are Paint Pixie brushes. These are the synthetic ones. I never know how to move these things. These are the synthetic brushes. And boy, they work nice, and they clean really nice too. It's nice to have a good brush. I mean, there's definitely, you don't always have to have a good brush, because I didn't start out with good brushes, but once I started becoming a retailer, I wanted to try all of her products, and these brushes, they're very nice. It does make a difference, I have to say. I'm not, at this point, planning on painting the inside, so that could change. Sometimes I like the look of the wood also, believe it or not, so that could change. But for now, I'm just going to paint the outside. And I brought this little painter's brush for these little spaces. I did not put tape around this glass. Because I just really didn't want to. I am painting the hardware. This will come off. Any paint that I get on the glass will come off very easily with some water. I'll use the Dawn in the water again on to get any paint off. I feel like it's easier to take off any paint that you might get on the glass than it is to put on the tape. I know Randy's out there not agreeing with me right now. He would definitely prefer to put the tape on. But doesn't it look pretty already? I really like this color. To get into these grooves, sometimes it's easiest just to swirl your brush around. These brushes getting right into those grooves. That makes life a lot easier as well. So I've been having a difficult time with my phone on my lives. They're not showing me any chats. So if you guys are chatting and it's not showing me who's on, it just shows me who's on like the first couple of minutes and then it doesn't show me anymore. So that's why I'm being a little bit, that's why I'm not chatting with you guys, because I can't see anything. And I don't even know if there's people on or if I'm alone. But these videos, these lives that I'm doing are posted on my Shabalot timeline. So they can be looked at anytime. You can watch the replay. And if you do ever watch a replay on one of my lives, if you could just comment #replay, that helps. That lets me know that you guys watched it. Makes me feel good. And if you do comment, then I will, of course, write back. Like if you have any questions or anything, let me know. And I will read any comments and then try to answer any questions that you have. So here is Apothecary on 2 sides. Doesn't that look pretty? Can you see it? My glasses, my phone. Okay, can you see it? It looks pretty. Should probably take some of that off now before it settles. But now this Apothecary is a lighter color, and this wood was very dark, so I don't know, it's still staying true to its color. And like the chalk paint does lighten up as it dries. So what I'm trying to decide right now is, do I want to start adding the Farm Fresh now, or do I want to paint this whole thing first and then add the Farm Fresh? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Excuse me. But I definitely feel like it needs a little bit more Apothecary. This is just a very quick and easy light coat I'm gonna put over it just to cover up some of that varnish that you can still see. So the Farm Fresh, when I looked at Debbie's video, I couldn't really tell where the Farm Fresh was and where the Apothecary was. So I have to use my own brain and try and figure out how I'm going to meld these two together. Plus, these are small spots. These are not big spots. These are small spots. So I don't have a lot of room to work with. But I'm going to let that dry a little bit. And okay, any one of those little wheelie trays. They have little wheelie trays you can put things on, and then they spin around. Yeah, so definitely putting another coat on. Just a really quick and easy coat. So I can't tell who's on. Is that my sister? I think my sister just popped on. If you guys, can somebody chat something? Because I can't. If then I'll know for sure I'm not seeing it, and then I'll have to figure out what that situation is. Like, why is that happening? So Debbie, this is Apothecary. Debbie's my sister. This is Apothecary, the color, and this is an end table that I'm painting with these two colors. I put a video on my Facebook page of Debbie doing Debbie's Design Diary, not my sister, of Debbie painting a bureau, and she used Apothecary and Farm Fresh. So she really inspired me to do these end tables, those colors. So I'm just putting on the second coat. I've got two of these tables, two of these end tables. I'll be painting both of them tonight. We won't be doing the transfer until tomorrow because I'm gonna want the paint to dry overnight. So basically all this is just a simple technique of just painting and then just blending in another color. All right, I'm gonna turn this around because I'm very anxious to start the Farm Fresh. I really want to show you the Farm Fresh. So can you see? I'm gonna go bring you a little closer. Yeah, my phone. Hold on. There, now I can see. I'm running out of battery. I'm not getting any chats. So, okay, so I can see better now though. Isn't that pretty? Okay, here's the Farm Fresh. See? It's beautiful. Now I'm going to use the same brush and I'm going to think for a moment as to, can you see down here? Is there, let me lower this a little bit. I have to just give myself a little moment to think of how I'm going to do this and figure out if I can, God forbid, get this thing straight. Okay, same brush. Farm Fresh. Dip a little. Ooh, look at that color. Whoop, whoop. Alrighty then. I'm nervous. I always get nervous. I don't know why. I'm going to just start putting put the Farm Fresh on this table. So what it's doing is it's very similar in color to the Apothecary. So, but it just gives it some more depth. I'm gonna treat it like it's a varnish. Like it's a. Can you see that? Can you see the colors there? So, but I am gonna blend it in. I'm gonna treat it kind of like on the edges. I have to stipple. I just really like stippling. It just adds texture, and there's gonna be so much. If you saw Debbie's video that I posted on my timeline, if you saw her video, then you know that there's a lot going to be happening to this guy here, to both of them. So we're going to be putting some transfers on the glass. I didn't bring the transfer down. I'll bring the transfer down tomorrow, and you can see it. It's a beautiful, beautiful transfer. It's not the same one that we used on the chairs. The chairs are not done yet. I will be bringing those back. Let's say it's only Monday, so I'll be bringing those back around to finish up. Can you see? Everybody's seeing? When I just put it on the top here. I bet you my sister likes these colors. I'm going to ask my sister, and she can answer by chatting, but I won't. But oh, wait a minute. Maybe if I scroll up. Oh, shoot. Oh, hi, chat. Okay, I do see all of you. I guess I was supposed to scroll up. I'm sorry. That was, I don't know why it doesn't automatically just scroll up, but it doesn't. Oh, it's annoying. I'm sorry. Okay, so I see people now. Kimberly, hi. Hi, Kimberly. Kimberly and Kathy and my sister Debbie, Mary Ellen, my cousin, my sister, my other cousin, my sister Melanie. Melanie is such a talented artist. Melanie, I went to your page today because I wasn't seeing it on my feed, and I said, well, why not? So I just went directly to your page, and I was just blown away by all the beautiful projects that you have. And Melanie, I can't remember the name, Design 5, I think it is. So I'm just blending in some Farm Fresh onto this Apothecary, giving it some texture with the stippling. The other thing that is going to happen with this sky is when it's all painted, and after we put on the transfers, then I'm going to use that Kindest Regards stamp, the one that I used, I think it was yesterday, on my painting. We're going to use the Kindest Regards stamp, and we're going to use some clay, and we're going to make fake broken plaster. And we're going to put fake broken plaster around this whole thing. And it'll look like the flowers in the... It'll look like the flowers from the transfer are just kind of growing out of the plaster. Kind of like what you would see in Rome or something like that. Yes, we have cousins from all different states watching tonight. That is so awesome. I love that. All right, so you can't really see. The lighting in this room is terrible. Oh, okay, that's better. Yeah, I don't know. Can you see the texture once I turned it and the sun came in? Can you see the texture? That's the texture I get from stippling on the paint and not just brushing it on. I just really like that look, and I think it goes really well with the plaster, broken plaster theme that we're using with this. So I'm just dabbing along the edges. Try to give it a little bit of a darker color around the edges, maybe the hardware. All right, well, that's the front. This paint is all natural. It's clay based. It has 9 ingredients. And what Debbie says is one of those ingredients is love. Seriously, that's what we say. It should be obsession, because it gets a little obsessive. It just gets obsessive because it's such a cool paint and you can make so many beautiful things. It gets obsessive. Okay, so we're going to do this side now. This color is Farm Fresh. It's got a little bit more blue. It's like Apothecary, but it has a little bit more blue in it. We have a lot of beautiful blues. This is, more of a green, but it's getting up there in the hue, in the color scale of blue, the blues. And the next one is Mermaid's Tail. And Mermaid's Tail is a beautiful blue, and it's exactly what you would think the color of a mermaid's tail is. So I haven't done anything with that yet lately. I haven't done anything with Mermaid's Tail on my lives. Debbie, if you're still there, Deb, this is my 8th. Did I say 8th? This is my 8th live of a 30-day live marathon that I am doing, because I was focusing so much on the business, I wasn't getting any creativity done, and it was really making me sad. So I needed something to make me create. And Debbie of design, Debbie Beard, came on to her retailer group, because she does that often, and she gave us all a pep talk. And she fires you up, which is what a boss should do, I think. She fires you up. She gets you all excited to connect with people, and she's just talking about how the world what's going on in the world right now, it's just messed. It's just a lot going on, and sometimes sometimes it's good to stay informed, but also just to be able to have a little bit of a creative relief. She calls it creative relief. Something else to look at on TV. And if I can get anyone inspired to paint anything, not just furniture, but anything, it's such a great stress relief. And my sister paints. I don't know if she's painted in a while, but she paints beautiful things, and it's just a stress relief, like I just said. So those two sides are done. So basically, you see what I did? I just did that. I just it looks like waves, but the paint dries lighter. So it's not going to look this drastic when it dries. But if it does and I don't like it, then I can always, do something else. But I'm kind of liking it. And I'm knowing also that we're going to be doing so much more to this. So it's not like it's just going to stay like this. This is just the beginning. And what Debbie always says is, it gets ugly. Oh, thank you for the hearts. Thank you. It gets ugly before it gets pretty. And you know what's really funny about that? Well, this is the back. So the back is not glass. The back is not glass. So let's just paint this. So I got to go back to the apothecary. I think I'm going to use a different brush. I'm not going to use the same brush because I want this to be very clean apothecary. What brush am I going to use? We'll use this one. I haven't used this one yet. This is the Paint Pixie synthetic brush. It's on my website. I think it's called Well Rounded. And they fit nicely in these 8-ounce sample bottles. And I hold them up here. I don't know why. I just do. And say bye-bye wood. Oh, well, sorry. Sometimes it's sad to paint wood, isn't it? Oh, is that the right color? Yeah. Bye-bye wood. But look at that. How much fun is that? I can't even. I just love putting paint on things. Just love it. I forgot what I was going to say. So, about it gets ugly before it gets pretty. My son, Mark, he is now 26 years old, but he used to be little. It was my son, is my son. And whenever I would do housework, I'm not great at housework, but whenever I would do housework, my son Mark, when he was young, when he was little, he used to say, Mom, it has to get dirty before it gets clean, right? I think he meant that I was a sloppy even when I was cleaning. Randy could probably attest to that too, but it's so funny because now every time, and that was such a long time ago, and now every time somebody in the furniture painting world says it's got to get ugly before it gets pretty, I always think of my son saying it's got to get dirty before it gets clean, right, Ma? And I'm like, yep. Probably doesn't have to. That was probably just the way I did things, which probably wasn't the best way of doing things, but oh well. So, getting the apothecary all over this. Debbie, is this making you want to paint? Let's see. Mary Ellen. Yes, she's an amazing, my sister. Love that brush. Nice coverage. Debbie, is this making you want to paint? I don't know if you've been painting during the quarantine. My sister is a very good painter. She's beautiful, beautiful things. Beautiful canvas work. She lives in Cape Cod, so she gets inspired, I believe. I don't mean to be talking for you, Debbie, I don't know, but I believe that you get inspired a little bit by the ocean and the seashells and the beautiful flowers that grow along in Cape Cod, and the houses, the Cape Cod houses on the ocean, and how they're adorned with beautiful window boxes and the pink floor. I'm thinking of one painting in particular that my sister painted of a house with all the window boxes and all the beautiful flowers coming out. I couldn't do that, but I'm hoping that she's getting inspired. Yes, and I can hear you now. Oh, you couldn't hear me before? So, Debbie, don't you just want to get your paintbrush and the paint and just kind of do this? You have to. Especially now with the quarantine. I mean, gotta paint. Be good for you. Let's paint. Paint, 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 paint. I may be losing my mind, but that's okay. Oops, I gotta do the bottom. I'll go back and read these comments later. Oh, Deborah, and you are. Hi, Valerie. That's a nice box. This thing? Yes, it is. I do. Debbie and Mary Ellen are saying, I do. Are they marrying each other? What's going on there? This is an end table. And this is the back of the end table. So I'm going to let that dry. And this is the side.